Today our topic is how to stay stoic in a world full of distractions. Life today is full of noise. Phones buzz, screens flash, and social media never stops. It feels like the world is pulling us in every direction. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to stay calm and focused, even when everything around us is chaotic. Stoicism is not about ignoring emotions or pretending life is easy. It is about understanding what we can control and what we cannot. It is about finding peace within ourselves, no matter what happens outside. Let's talk about how we can use Stoic principles to stay strong in a world full of distractions. First, let's understand what Stoicism is. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece by a man named Seneca. Later, philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius expanded its ideas. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control everything in life, but we can control how we react to it. This is a powerful idea. It means that even when things go wrong, we still have power over our own minds. For example, if someone insults you, you cannot control their words, but you can control whether you let those words upset you. This is the core of Stoicism, focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not. Now let's talk about distractions. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, news, advertisements, and even other people's opinions can pull us away from what truly matters. But Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is important. One way to do this is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment. When you are mindful, you notice when your thoughts start to wander and you bring them back to what you are doing. For example, if you are working on a project and you feel the urge to check your phone, mindfulness helps you recognize that urge and let it pass without acting on it. This is not easy, but with practice, it becomes stronger. Another Stoic principle is to set clear priorities. In a world full of distractions, it is easy to lose sight of what really matters. Take time to think about your values and goals. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Write these things down and remind yourself of them every day. When you know your priorities, it is easier to say no to distractions. For example, if your goal is to spend more time with your family, you might decide to limit your screen time in the evenings. This is not about depriving yourself. It is about making choices that align with your values. Stoicism also teaches us to accept what we cannot change. This is called the dichotomy of control. Some things are in our control, like our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Other things are not, like the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. When we focus too much on things we cannot control, we waste energy and create unnecessary stress. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, you cannot control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. You can choose to stay calm and use the time to listen to music or think about your day. This shift in focus can make a big difference in how you feel. Another important Stoic practice is gratitude. In a world full of distractions, it is easy to focus on what we lack or what is going wrong. But Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we have. Every night, take a few minutes to think about 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big things like your health or your family, or small things like a good meal or a kind word from a friend. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive and reminds us that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. This practice can help us stay grounded and focused, even when the world feels overwhelming. Stoicism also teaches us to prepare for challenges. Life is unpredictable, and things do not always go as planned. But instead of fearing the unknown, Stoicism encourages us to face it with courage. One way to do this is by practicing premeditatio malorum, which means premeditation of evils. This does not mean imagining the worst all the time, but rather thinking about possible challenges and how we would handle them. For example, if you are worried about losing your job, think about what steps you would take to find a new one. This practice helps us feel more prepared and less anxious about the future. Another way to stay stoic in a world full of distractions is to simplify your life. Modern life is often complicated, with too many choices and too much information. But Stoicism teaches us that less is often more. Try to simplify your routines, your possessions, and your commitments. Focus on what truly adds value to your life, and let go of the rest. For example, you might decide to declutter your home or limit the number of activities you participate in. Simplifying your life can help you feel more focused and less overwhelmed by distractions. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to do what is right, even when it is difficult. It means resisting short-term temptations in order to achieve long-term goals. For example, if you want to improve your health, self-discipline might mean choosing to exercise even when you feel tired or saying no to unhealthy foods. Self-discipline is not about being perfect. It is about making small, consistent choices that align with your values. Over time, these choices add up and help you build a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. Another Stoic practice is to reflect on your day. Every night, take a few minutes to think about what went well and what could have been better. Ask yourself questions like, did I stay true to my values today? Did I let distractions take me away from what is important? This practice helps you learn from your experiences and make better choices in the future. It also helps you stay focused on your goals and values, even when life gets busy. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to remember that life is short. This might sound depressing, but it is actually a powerful reminder to live with purpose. When we remember that our time is limited, we are more likely to focus on what truly matters. We are less likely to waste time on distractions or get caught up in things that do not align with our values. Instead, we are more likely to cherish the people we love, pursue our passions, and make a positive impact on the world. This sense of purpose can help us stay strong and focused, even in a world full of distractions. Staying stoic in a world full of distractions is not easy, but it is possible. It requires practice, patience, and a commitment to living with intention. By focusing on what we can control, setting clear priorities, practicing gratitude, and simplifying our lives, we can find peace and clarity, even in the midst of chaos. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate all distractions or challenges, but to build the inner strength to face them with courage and grace. Life will always have ups and downs, but with Stoicism as our guide, we can navigate them with wisdom and resilience. So, take a deep breath, focus on what matters, and remember, you have the power to stay stoic no matter what the world throws at you.